Greetings traders, D7 here with freetradingvideos.com, and we are at resistance. Dow up 91 points, that's a big 1% move. However, the NASDAQ only up 1/3 of that. NASDAQ, a lot of people argue, is a leading indicator, so it's lagging the other major indices such as the Dow and also the S&P, which is up almost a full percent. And the Russells, the smaller cap companies out there, actually lost money for the day. The VIX continues to drop 2.5%, almost, 2.4% to the south, putting us below 26. Now we're in the 25-point range. Here's the S&P daily, and we continue in this symmetrical triangle. And remember, in the confines, the symmetrical triangle, how it was developed, coming this big up leg, big up leg, big up leg, and then we pinch right here. You can see this triangle pinching. Now always remember, stocks hate to be pinched, but because this is developing at the top of an up leg, that makes this a bullish pennant. Now right now, this trend line, I've showed you numerous times how important this trend line is, and we are knocking at the door again. So let me show you this one more time. Pay attention to this trend line right here. When we tagged this back in May 08, we tagged it and dropped. When we tagged it again in June 08, we tagged it and dropped. When we tagged it right here in August 08, we tagged it and dropped. And then we have not visited this line until June of 08. We tagged it and then dropped. Here we are tagging it again. So does that mean we will drop? No, but every time it has tagged it, it has dropped. But again, the markets can do whatever they want to. And we happen to be right here at 927. 927. This is a key area because that sits right on this trend line. I'm going to pull in a line here. We have area at 930 that will act as resistance, and also 934 area as resistance. So these areas, we could see a big rally tomorrow. Boom! Come up and tag these areas and come crashing right back down just like we did here. Boom! We crashed through. And by the end of the day, we came closing back below this trend line, giving us a hanging man formation, this hanging man right there, and then we crash. So if the same thing could happen, we could have a shooting star where it goes all the way up, touches, comes right back down. We could come up and just bust through all this. I'll tell you, we're at an area, if it's going to break out, this is a great time to be trying to do so. This big ugly bearish divergence on the MACD says phooey to this breakout. It's saying this has a much better chance of dropping. We are still below the zero line on the MACD with a bearish divergence. This is saying this has a better chance of dropping. So we have a bullish pennant. The price action is saying bullish. We have the bearish divergence saying bearish. Any way you look at it, we are pinching. We are consolidating. You can see all these moving averages starting to consolidate inside here. That's a telltale sign that we are pinching. Stocks hate to be pinched. Watch for an explosion to the upside or watch for an explosion to the downside. I think that the next move will be significant. So let's pull up a couple charts here. Pull up Apple. Had somebody ask in the chat room today, hey, could you do some analysis here? Some of the tech stocks. I didn't draw any trend lines or anything on these guys because I'm not in any of them at this very moment. So bear with me as I draw a couple trend lines here and here. Had a nice uptrend. You can see we hit support, support, then we shot up, hit resistance, come down, hit support, and we're rallying back up. But the thing is these moving averages are acting a major drawdown on this price action. At this very moment, I'm seeing that there's a lot of weakness taking place here. Usually we hit and we rally. Boom, boom. Could we still rally? We could, but let me show you a reversal pattern that we have our hands on. This is a thrusting reversal pattern. Thrusting. Here we have an engulfing, bearish engulfing drop. We have a bearish thrusting, which can drop. Right here is our evening star drop. Let's see, what else do we have here? Hanging man. See the hanging man right there? Drop. So this is showing a lot of weakness right now. If this thing could stay above the 20-day moving average, it might have some hope, but I'm not seeing anything of any great. I mean, I wouldn't want to be long this myself. Let's look at Google while we're here. Google. You know what? Let me get rid of remove lines on current symbol. Let's start fresh. Draw a couple trend lines here. Let's come up. Ooh, that's nasty. Okay, uptrend. Resistance, not quite resistance, but support, support, then resistance. We try to stay on support. We tried. We broke through. Now support's acting as resistance. We have ourselves a MACD. It's hanging out below the 0 line, trying to get above it right now. So I'll tell you, Google's in a real. I mean, if I would be waiting for confirmation to go over these highs or close them below it. If it closes below, this would probably be a better short than a long. If it closes over the top, you know, it's got plenty of room to run before it runs into some nice resistance. All right, let's see here. Let's go to REM. Here's REM, and see. Oh man, I don't like this formation at all. Let me show you a couple things here. REM's in trouble. We have higher highs. Look at this, lower highs on the MACD. That's a bearish divergence. And that showed this big drop, and sure enough, we got that big drop. We crashed down below the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, and now we're finding resistance below those moving averages. This is a low base formation, very bearish, and we have a big gap here to fill, $50. So it'd be interesting to see. I mean, this thing does not look good. Look at the increase in volume here on the sell side. No good at all. Actually, this is almost like a little bear flag too. A little bear flag. Be careful with this one. This thing could get nasty and in a hurry. So there, you know what? That's it. This is a long video. So let me say this also. Had another user in the chat room says, "Hey, would you do us a favor and talk about over trading?" Be happy to do that. Let me take down this as a note, put it on a sticky note, put it right next to your computer, because if you remember what I'm about to tell you, it will save you a lot of money. Do not overtrade. You know who I'm talking about. You have given back more money than you can possibly imagine because of overtrading. A lot of guys, especially the guys, we're gunslingers, and if we're down money, we hate that feeling, so we want to leverage our money and try to make that money back to make the pain go away. Hear me very clearly. If you are losing money and nothing seems to be working out for you in that day, stop trading. Just hang it up. Go golfing, go spend time with the kids, go play out in the yard. When I say play, chores, you know, the one that, that your spouse has lined up for you. Go outside, just step away. Do not overtrade. Stay at the grind. If everything seems to be working in your favor and you make consistent profits in your trades. But if you're not doing that, step away and just say, today is not a day to be trading. You have a better chance of giving money back than making it back. So there's your little tip for the day. Thank you for being part of freetradingvideos.com, and we look forward to seeing you in the forums and also the chat room. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to pass these videos or our website along to your family and friends, all those interested in making money. Talk to you later.